Brussels is gripped for another week of commissioner hearings in the European Parliament. So here on the brief from Brussels, we're going to take a look at two of the big names going through that process. The first, the Spaniard who will be in charge of foreign relations, Josep Borrell. And then we'll take a look at Vera Jourova. She's a known entity around here, having been a commissioner for the last 5 years.
Josep Borrell, set to lead the European Union's diplomacy. At 72, the current Spanish foreign minister is one of Europe's well-known political faces. His career was forged as a minister within Spanish Prime Minister Felipe González's government in the 90s, before landing in Europe as president of the European Parliament. He's known for saying what he thinks. He's called Russia an old enemy, and has said that Washington acts like a cowboy in Venezuela, regularly uncomplimentary about the United States.
Nacieron a la independencia prácticamente sin historia. Lo único que habían hecho era matar a 4 indios.
His job will be to face burning issues like relations with China, Iran and the United States, and more complicated will be to manage relations with the Balkans, since Spain has never recognized the independence of Kosovo. As a Catalan, he's advocated against independence and drawn some enmity for it. He also was controversial when he was fined €30,000 for using privileged information in the sales of shares. The incumbent Czech Commissioner for Justice, Consumers and Gender Equality might be getting a promotion. Vera Jourova could become Vice President for Values and Transparency. Her portfolio would include issues like disinformation, election meddling and hate speech. The 55-year-old was one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people in the world in 2019 for passing and implementing the EU's General Data Protection Regulation. Fellow Commissioner Margareta Vestager said after spending more than a month in a Czech jail on false corruption charges in 2006, Vera Jourova delved into European law to understand how such injustice could be committed. Her senior appointment probably reflects the desire of Ursula Von der Leyen to improve relations with the Visegrad 4 countries in the east of the EU. The Czech politician will police rule of law jointly with the Belgian Didier Reynders. The current Commission had many clashes with Central and Eastern European member states over this issue. Jourova belongs to the same liberal political party as her country's Prime Minister Andrej Babiš, who's faced criticism over alleged misuse of EU funds, but she enjoys an independent reputation.
European Commission President-elect Ursula Von der Leyen's college has had a really difficult time getting through these hearings. We saw the Hungarian and the Romanian voted down, prevented from even going to a hearing. 2 commissioners at least have to submit written answers. There's a long way to go before they get their commission mandate and they go forward and start on November the 1st as expected. Jack Parrott, Euronews, Brussels.